Happy Friday, guys! I really hope that this video message is finding you well and in joyful spirits. I am coming in to you guys from the beautiful NYC, New York City, hanging out in Times Square with my love as he prepares to get ready for his anime convention. And I prepare to show up in service to my clients and hopefully to the world, really, which is super important. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about a virtual summit that I have been asked to co-host on September 21st, 2024. It's called Changing the Faces of Addiction. And Adrian Ticky, a dear friend of mine and co-founder and operator of the Lodge at Delray Beach, as well as the podcast Recovery Comes Home and other programs, created this summit to really start to open up the conversation around what addiction looks like in 2024 and how we can show up and have the conversation and show up in love and service to others as they either navigate their own addictions, their awareness around addiction, and or navigate how to support themselves as they experience addiction with a loved one, which is super important. I'm so truly honored and privileged to be part of this conversation because the reality is addiction is so prevalent. It's pervasive across many different socio and economic backgrounds, and it's something that we don't always have the tools and the skill set to openly discuss. So people sit in suffering. They sit in the feelings of helplessness. I am somebody who struggled with a myriad of addictions, from sex and drugs as a teenager to alcohol and work in my 20s and 30s, alongside of mental health issues that culminated in me leaning further into a spiral of addiction. And I was able to break free. And so as I continue to step into my power, step into my calling, it is a privilege and an honor to be able to now share the wisdom and the insight that I learned along my own journey to recovery, and also how I'm able to help support people whose loved ones struggle with addiction. Because the reality is addiction doesn't just affect the person who's struggling with the thing they're leaning into heavily, right? Whether it's chemicals, whether it's alcohol, whether it's sex addiction, shopping addiction, it's a family. The family loses touch with their loved one. They feel isolated. Sometimes there's a lot of shame and guilt around reaching out for help, not wanting other people to judge your loved one and or themselves. All these stories we make up. And so Adrian and I are super passionate about being able to not only discuss the importance of having the conversations, even if it's for yourself, to nurture yourself and get the love and support and the community that we all need while we're going through challenging times, but also to learn tools and strategies to have the conversation with a loved one who may be struggling with addiction, to have the conversation with yourself who may wonder if you struggle with addiction, and what to do to really start to lean into support. And so often, and I have to tell you guys honestly, while NA and AA works for many people, and I love the organization because it's supported and helped many people, it never served me. And so Adrian and I really want to encourage people to show up to this summit on the 21st of September to learn that there are other ways to seek help, that you don't have to be confined to this dogmatic structure of a 12-step program, doing it a specific way so that you can break free from addiction. I never just quit the thing that I did too heavily. I started to incorporate supportive, nurturing behaviors in my daily rhythms. And as I got more adept and skillful in those behaviors, I leaned less and less into other habits that no longer were supportive and potentially caused me danger and really caused me suffering. So again, Adrian Ticky out of the Lodge at Delray Beach. I'm Carrie Lewis, a mental health and addiction recovery coach. I work globally with people around the world. And I really just want to encourage anybody who is curious about the topic of addiction and or mental health, guys, because they're synonymous. Trust and believe. You're not leaning into anything heavily if you have good mental health, right? Because you can ground yourself. Um, Join us September 21st, 10 a.m. to, I believe it's 3 p.m. It's 5 hours, I think. I will be hosting panels and also speaking, as well as Adrian and a myriad of other panelists. And we really look forward to you guys coming. I will drop the link below, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. Thank you so much. Have a joy, laugh, and love-filled Friday weekend. Do something fun for yourself. Do something kind. And remember, where you are in this moment is enough.